Hi everyone, this is Dean Vaughn from the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Back for an encore performance, I have the pleasure to announce Red Ravyn. Back again on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show.
It's time to welcome those who deserve it.
We have Guilherme Costa, G, from Belo Horizonte, Brazil, and is hailed as one badass guitarist. We also have Mirka Rantanen, a fresh out of Finland drum god, who joins Red Ravyn from Circus of Rock, Thunderstone, and Northern Kings. And just added, we have Justin Cooke, who is a progressive metal bass player and joins us live as the recipient of the 2020 San Francisco #1 Bass Player of the Year. And last but not least, we have Mark Boals, who's the lead singer of Red Ravyn and producer. Mark has performed on over 60 albums and in live shows around the world, with fans lauding his talent as far away as Turkey and as close as Los Angeles. Mark has performed with such well-known artists as Yngwie Malmsteen, Dokken, Ted Nugent, and many others.
Taken away, who will be buried until it all changes? What is the true reason? What could we do to avoid it? But now it's too late, there's nothing else to do, just a lament for the rising star. Eyes full of joy, such
how's everyone doing tonight? I have some special guests. One of them is in Brazil. It's probably like 10 o'clock out there right now. And I just had a chat with Guilherme Costa, and he is the guitar player for Red Ravyn. And I'm talking to Justin Dreadhead Cooke. And and they're in the waiting room. I hope they're getting drinks served to them right now, so I hope they're treating them pretty good back there. I am going to bring them out on the show. Let me do a couple things first. Hold on. Let me see here. And feel free to call in tonight. We have the ability to call into the show. And the numbers will be posted during the show while we're watching it. So get a call in and talk to G and talk to Justin or myself. And whatever you want to do. And let's see if I can play that song real quick. Bring them in. Hopefully they can hear that. Okay, so let's bring in the guys now. Here they come. Yay.
All right.
I think we got it figured out. You sound good.
Right.
Hi, G.
Hey.
You sound good, man. You guys sound good. You look good. How you been, G, since I last talked to you?
Yeah, I've been working a lot, actually. Teaching lots of lessons and playing lots of gigs here in Brazil. Working all the time.
You're a busy guitar player. I just got through chatting with G about he works 5 days a week teaching guitar lessons, along with recording albums with Red Ravyn. And do you play in any other bands, G? Do you play in other bands as well?
Yeah, here in Brazil, I play with a Guns N' Roses tribute. So I dress like Slash all the weekends because so most of the times we play at Fridays and Saturdays and sometimes Thursdays, and I put the hat, put the glasses, and play.
I saw some pictures. Yeah, you put on the top hat and you look like Slash. You really do.
Thank you so much. I just
do you have to curl your hair? Do you have to curl your hair, or do you put on a wig? Do you wear a wig? You don't have to.
I don't know what's a wig. What's a wig?
It's your own hair. It's your own hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
You got bitchin'
wig
hair.
is fake. It's fake hair.
Oh my God, Justin, how are you tonight? Thank you for showing up. How you doing?
Wow, my pleasure. Doing great. Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
I love your room. It reminds me when I grew up, and I had posters all over my room. I love it.
Well, you know what? My room is so juvenile. It's so juvenile, but okay. There is actually a logical explanation. I don't. Trust me, it's not just because I love inviting people over here, and the first thing they say is like, Jesus, what do you like, 12?
Well, that's okay.
Well, so there is a reason, though. There's a reason I have this many tapestries, and one, because I just love memorabilia. Some of this is signed. Some of this is like legitimately signed by the artists. Like I have a Primus one that's signed by Les Claypool here. Got a John Dolmayan record signed over System of Down record. But
very cool.
Majority of it, right? The majority of it was actually because I used to live in a flop house out in San Francisco, and one fateful day the landlord finally decided to come over. It was like right after I moved in, and the landlord hadn't been there in like 2 years. So
yeah,
the problem was that there was a ton of holes in the wall from all the wild parties they threw.
Oh, how fun!
And I said, I got it, and I just covered the entire living room with San Francisco-based bands, so everybody can kind of relate to it. Like I got like the Faith No More flag, the Primus flag over here. I got a Dead Kennedys poster. As many bands from the Bay Area that I could, just to cover all the walls. And
now, aren't you from New Jersey?
Originally, yes. I've moved across the country though, many times.
So you're originally from New Jersey, and how old were you when you first started playing music, and was bass guitar your first instrument?
I was 10, and drums were actually sort of the first instrument. I was in elementary school, and we were playing snare drum.
I hear that story a lot. I was a drummer when I was like 5. Pots and pans.
Oh yeah, right. Well, but there's something so much fun about the sort of physicality of playing drums. My roommate's my drummer for my other projects, right? And there's just there's something so energetic about it.
Well, you're like you're a reggae guy. You're a big reggae guy. No, heavy metal.
Progressive metal. It's
progressive metal, but I know you play in reggae bands. What do you prefer?
Progressive metal for sure.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm really, yeah. Well, so I do like reggae. I do enjoy listening to reggae, and I was a part of a few reggae bands.
Yeah.
The thing was that my part of New Jersey, ska was the big thing.
Ska, yeah.
Yeah. Like subsequently, a lot of like the punk rock and the reggae would come down from New York City, and
sure.
I think it just, as someone put it to me, it's like a good friend of mine put it to me, like it's just a vibe,
Yeah, it is a vibe. Yeah, it's a feeling. It's a vibe.
And because of that, I've always found it to be, when I want something easier to listen to, I've always found it to be the funner, just to be, I don't really like to look at genre too much. I think that's where I consider myself a progressive metal artist, is because
sure.
I deviate outside of every genre that I end up kind of getting stuck into,
Yeah. So let's go back. You were 10. You started playing drums, and then when did you pick up the bass? And what was your first genre? Since we're talking about types of music, did you start playing reggae first or heavy metal first?
It was mostly like classic rock, but particularly progressive rock.
Classic rock. Now you're a young guy, so when you say classic rock, what era are you talking about?
Pink Floyd, definitely. Okay. Yeah.
I was hoping you would stick with the classic rock era.
Yeah. Well, I did. Well, and I did for a while. There was. I did. It all started when, like, I had my cousins, on my mother's side. They were guitar player and a drummer, respectively.
Okay.
There was talk of them starting a band, and the one thing missing obviously was a bass player, right? And you know, at that age, you know, you never know if they're serious or not. But I did, you know, I do remember talking to them. You know,
Were your parents supportive of everything you did in the
yeah.
music?
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
They were very supportive. It started off as a family thing, and then I think I heard Pink Floyd's "Money" on the radio.
Oh yeah.
That 7/4 intro
Oh
riff,
yeah. Great
and
bass
I
line,
heard
man.
it's classic. It's a classic bass line, and I remember the first thing I told my mom was like, I was like, I want to do that.
I
That's
want
the
to do
sound I want to make.
the
And
money sound or the bass.
the bass, well, the bass, yeah, yeah, the bass, yeah. I mean, well, that's
Well,
good.
do you
The
want
money
the money
sound.
sound? The cha-ching. I want the cha-ching, mom. I want the
Well, that would
cha-ching.
be, that would be nice too. I mean, that would be nice. But
Hey, mom, I really like that money sound that comes out of that Pink Floyd.
Dean, you're evil, dude.
So tell me,
yeah,
did you buy your first bass? When did you get your first bass guitar?
it was for my 10th birthday. It was an Ibanez Geo bass.
Ibanez. I love Ibanez. I love Ibanez.
You know, there was something about it. I mean, I definitely dabbled in other brands of bass guitar before. I have an MTD Kingston bass, which I love, but I think I always found myself sort of gravitating towards Ibanez because they do these
Ah.
sort of crazy offshoot instruments like extended range bass guitars. Um, you've
Now,
probably in the picture you have there in the background, I'm playing my Ashula, and I don't think
okay.
Ibanez was. You know, maybe they were the first. I'd like to think they were. I know they
That's
were
a
definitely the mainstream company main market company to sort of
yeah.
make a hybrid fretted fretless bass guitar. And
Gotcha.
that white model was the very first one they ever did. And I
Oh,
think
okay.
they only did like 300, I think 300 models of that one.
And you
And then
got the 299th model? Is that what you got?
I'd like to think so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know what? I don't, I can't tell you,
Now,
but
do you play any other instruments other than the bass guitar? Now, I know you said you played drums, but were you serious? And what else do you
yeah,
play?
yeah, I actually used to play drums. So I was in marching bands growing up.
I was a snare drum player, and guess who was
uh,
my triton player in Royal Oak High School
who,
from Covina, California. I'm going to give you a hint.
oh wait, I think you
He's the
mentioned this.
drummer for, and he was my triton. And
Nicole.
this is a true story. And me and Tom Bass, who's Tommy Lee
Right,
of
that's it.
Motley
Tom
Crue,
Bass.
me and Tom
Yeah.
won the state of California marching band drum off. True
Wow.
story. True story.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning.
And I
Yeah,
was
you
the
You
were.
told me
snare.
that once, Dean.
I try not to tell that story, but you led me there. Sorry.
No, you're good. It must be odd now that he's posting nudes and well,
And he was never like that. I'm going to tell you the truth. He was never like that in high school. He was shy. I took him on his first date. We went to a Christmas dance together. We were in the back of a limo. That's a true story. We're in the back of a limo, and he says, "Dean, what do I do?" I go, grab her leg, dude. Grab her leg and start making out with her. He's all, man, I don't even know her. I go, doesn't matter. I'm going in the dance. When I come out, I want to see what. You better have that thing wrapped up when I get back out here, okay? Take care of that. Take care of that when I get back out here. And the limo driver took off.
Influence, Dean. You're a bad
I was a bad influence on Tommy Lee. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
you know what? That's funny. I can't. You know, because I grew up knowing Tommy Lee as like
You only
like
know him
one of
as the
biggest,
crazy drummer nudist guy that's running around naked.
exactly the crazy party animal of one of the crazier party
Yeah.
animals in
And
the crew.
yeah. And
Who
you
was
know,
played by Machine Gun Kelly.
yeah, and he met Vince at Royal Oak High School. That's when he first laid eyes on Vince Warden.
Oh, right. That's right.
He, yep,
They were high school friends.
he
That's
only came to
right.
our school for like 6 months, and he was a little wannabe rock and roll guy. Nobody liked him. Nobody liked Vince. Yeah, they went, who is this guy? And me and Tom went to go see him play, and Tom didn't like him either. So who?
Then they eventually
How did that happen?
The Dirt.
Yeah,
The,
well, yeah,
well, that
yeah.
was
The dirt
the
didn't
move,
show.
they found him.
The dirt didn't tell the whole story.
Right. Well, they later.
I
It
don't
was
want to.
Tommy, right? Was it Tommy and Nicky later told him like, hey, we have this dude who does wedding sing. You know, we knew him from high school and he does wedding stuff. And
anyway, enough about Tommy. He doesn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this much airtime. So back to you. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump over to G because I want to hear from him for a little bit. And I want to see what he's been doing since I last talked to him. Now, the last interview I had with him, they had a different bass player, and I believe his name was Ed. Mm-hmm. And we all had a great time together. And then all of a sudden, Ed's gone. And I'm like, what the hell happened to Ed? And Ed was, let's see, they lost a drummer, and then they lost a bass player. So Red Ravyn has been through a lot of turmoil, you know, in regards of losing members. And I understand that because you guys are so remote and you have to do everything remote, and it's got to be very difficult, you know, to put a quality recording track into the album from Brazil into the United States. So I know that's not an easy task, and you need a little bit of money, and you need time, you need a recording studio and a little bit of money. You know, I mean, you don't do that on a GarageBand laptop, you know, just throwing a USB. You got to have some serious equipment to lay down some quality tracks, right, G?
That's it, totally.
Unless you're renting a recording studio, which I know that Mirka has done in Finland. Now, G, is that what you do, or do you do all the recording back at your house?
Yeah, I do the recording all here in my office. This here is my office. I have software here to record. It's the Cubase 5.
Cubase, I know Cubase.
Yeah, I use it a lot. And also I got the M-Audio, it's a audio board here to plug my guitar, and so I can do all the recordings.
Okay.
I use also the Amplitude BST to make all my tones, all my distortions, and all my stuff here.
Gotcha.
And also I have some special cables to plug in so I can get a better signal of my guitars and to put it into the softwares. And then we put all the stems, and not just my guitars, of course, all the stems like the bass and the guitars to Erkka Kurhanen from Finland, so he can make the mixing and mastering, all the stuff.
So you get a little bit of help, G. You get a little bit of help, technical help? You get a little bit of help on the recording side, or do you do it all yourself?
Well, I do here all by myself, but all the time I need to get to all the guys, and so they can give their opinions. And Mark as well. Mark's also a producer, so he can talk. So I send to Mark most of the time, say, "Hey, Mark, can you tell me if everything is okay, and if you want me to change anything?" And then he said, "No, that's fine," or maybe something in the solo. Yeah, change this part of the solo because it's not so good, so maybe change a little here and here and here. Okay, let me do it again. And then I do it again, say, now is that okay? Yeah, so let's move on. So I think that's all we do all the time, right, Justin?
Is that how you do it, Justin, as well, pretty much?
As far as I mean, as far as recording, my setup's slightly simpler. You know what I mean? I've experimented a lot with like the different equipment I've had. Like for the longest time, I actually I had a whole separate computer for recording that I literally I put together with junk parts. Like I had this one crazy like tech savvy roommate who came up to me one day and he's like, "Hey man, you want a computer?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Do you want me to put programs on it?" And I'm like, "I mean, yeah." I'm like, "Can you put Ableton on it?" He's like, "Yeah."
There you go, Ableton. I know Ableton. Yeah.
Yeah, he loads all of it up onto this one computer, and you know what I mean? This thing, I mean, straight up, it was a dinosaur, but it you know, because that's all I used it for was recording. So that I gave it a brand new sound card, I gave it a brand new processor, and the thing ran beautifully. And everything I used, I found my mixing desk. I found that in the recycling.
Well, Justin, now do you have what it takes to bring the quality bass recordings to Red Ravyn? Is everything? You feel pretty confident?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, it's with bass. It's like, you know, there isn't quite as much involved usually with recording it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I do try. You can.
But I mean, so far, how much have you done with Red Ravyn on the bass guitar as far as recording goes?
Oh yeah, no.
How much have you done so far?
Well, we have about like 7 songs written right now.
How many?
I think about 7, if I'm right.
7 songs. So you almost got a full album ready, huh, G? You guys got a full album going on. You guys been busy, because last time I talked to you, G, you only had a few songs, and that was only about 4 or 5 months ago. I think you said you only had 3 or 4 songs. So you have 7 songs in the can, ready to go on this new album.
Minus my bass line on a few. Yes, we do. But I'm finishing up recording at least like 3 of them. So
when do you think you'll have that album ready and get it out there?
Well, I guess in the end of the year, maybe we're gonna have all the songs released. So consequently, the full album.
So, G, you feel pretty good about the new album?
Totally, because I've never done a work like that in my whole life.
Right.
I must say, that's the best thing I did ever professionally.
That's awesome. Now, you just wrote a song with Mark Boals, and your name is on the album cover, written by Guilherme Costa and Mark Boals. And the song is called Burn It Down Tonight. And I was checking it out. What a bitchin' song. That song kicks ass, bro. And your guitar is amazing. Your lead guitar solos are amazing. And so tell me when and how did you get that song up and running? How long ago? And then just give me the rundown. How did that work out with Mark Boals?
Well, I started to write the song last year when I was the story is really funny because I was playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nintendo Switch.
And then what? Ninja Turtles?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Nintendo Switch. And then I started to listen to a background song when I was playing it. Oh my God, this is really good. Let me check all the song. And the song was kind of bluesy song. And I said, good.
Bluesy, I like that. I like the blues.
Yeah, I like that. So let's put it on the guitar. And then I put some shuffle. Yeah, let's do a fast blues here. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so let's put it all blues. So and then I was starting to listen some rhythms from my state. So my state is Minas Gerais, and we have a rhythm here called calango. And of course, the first nickname for the song was Calango. So let's do some calango here. And then
did you say calangro?
Calango.
Calingo.
No, calango.
Calingo. Got it. All right. I got to pick up that language,
calango,
man.
Actually, it's a tiny lizard here we have in Brazil. We call it calango.
Calingo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then and the rhythm's kind of like something like this.
Cool.
And then I would like to put this rhythm somewhere here in the song.
Okay. Nice. Like Are you a drummer, G? G, do you play drums at all? Because you have excellent rhythm. You have really good rhythm.
Actually, not really. I can play some basic stuff, but not anything like. I cannot play some Rush or maybe some Led Zeppelin. Yeah, but I need lots of practice.
No, but you know what you're talking about. I write like that too, G. That's why I'm asking, because I'm a drummer, and when I write by rhythm. I tap on my pants and I go, where do I jump in on this, and how do I want the rhythm to go? And you do the same thing when you write songs.
Yeah, totally.
And then you throw the guitar down on it, right? And at what point do you talk to Mark Boals and say, look, I got an idea for a song, and how do you put that together with Mark? How does that happen?
Yeah, so I did all the guitars, so all the we call here all the skeleton. So I got all the stuff. So I got all the Forgot the name. Damn it. Sorry. We got the structure of the song.
Structure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I got all the structure. So I
The
got
framework.
the verse, I got the pre-chorus, I got a
Mhm.
chorus, and then repeat the verse, pre-chorus, chorus again, and then I got a bridge, and then a guitar solo, and let's finish with the final chorus here. And then I sent to Mark. So yeah, here I have a new song. So
Okay.
here is everything on the click. So the clicks, for example, yeah, I got a 120 BPM here. So now I think we're cool to put some drums and put some bass, and then
Okay.
you can have the vocals. And then he started to make the lyrics, and then he made all everything, and then he recorded his voice with the backing vocals and all the stuff. And then
Right.
yeah, so we got everything ready. So when we have everything ready, we send it to our producer, and then he can mix and master and anything else.
You know what that is, G. You know what they call that?
What? Bad to the bone.
I whipped out my guitar for that. I got it right here on my lap. I got the guitar on my lap. I'm gonna do it again. Pretty good, huh, Justin? Pretty good.
I was going to say, you call that a minor scale? A minor arpeggio?
Yeah, actually, this is a G minor pentatonic.
G minor pentatonic. Now we're getting technical. What is your favorite? What's your favorite
pentatonic?
Now that you're getting technical on me, what's your favorite scale in the world to play when you're playing lead guitar? What scale really sets your hair on fire?
Well, there's so many, but I got one that I really like.
It's a loaded question.
I really like I think the scale that I like to shred the most is the harmonic minor scale.
Harmonic minor scale. Now, I know minor keys are kind of sad. Minor key kind of brings. Now, is that the case or no? In the when you're playing lead guitar,
depends on the context.
Really.
Just on the context. Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the context.
You can you can sort of make them sad, but like when you get rid of the rid of the second degree and you get rid of the sixth degree, you get your minor pentatonic, and that gives it a more bluesy, rock feel. You know what I mean?
No, I got you. I love the minor key. I love the seventh. I love the ninth. I love blues. I love to get into the minor keys, but I always find myself going in a different direction when I play minor for some reason. But I do like all of the keys. I'm a keyboardist. I'm a piano player. And I'm also a guitar player. Not like you, G, but I'm a guitar player. And I love to play rhythm. I really love to chunk. I lay back low and I chunk down low. And I let the lead guitar player just rip. And I just lay down the foundation. And I now you are the only guitar player in Red Ravyn, correct?
Uh-huh.
So how do you fill all the gaps? Now, Justin being the bass player, both of you have to cover the entire rhythm section. Right. And when you have one guitar player, that means the bass player has to work a little bit double time or overtime. He has to usually do a little more in some cases to fill in the gaps so the guitar player can, go off and do his thing. Justin, how do you feel about that playing with Red Ravyn? Do you feel that you're having to do more than rather being in like a reggae band where everything's just kind of cruising?
Red Ravyn's not the first kind of 80s hard rock I've done. So when I approach songs that have kind of already been established, right? Because I'm now the newest member to Red Ravyn, right?
Right.
So when I kind of approach the songs that have, sort of already been established, I sort of have to sit there and I have to ask myself, what is the song asking for me to do?
Right.
And sometimes I'll get nothing. Sometimes I'll just be like, goddamn no. I'll just be like, so what I'll do is I'll just hit root notes just to hold it down. But then once I kind of move past that, once I'm like, oh wait, no, I can throw in a chord here, or I can throw in a sweep arpeggio or a tapping thing, or I can throw a little bit more in here because that's sort of what it's asking me to do.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
There has to be sort of a response to the question that,
No, I got you. It's kind of a loaded question. But you do have to fill in. You have to fill in the gaps when you're the only. When there's not two guitar players, sometimes you have to do a little bit more. Sorry about that. A little rain and thunder is going on back here. I'm actually looking for your video, and I'm going to play "Burn It Down." Burn It Down tonight. Is that right, G? Burn It Down tonight.
Burn It Down tonight. That's it.
And let me see. I know you guys have it on YouTube, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Let me see something here. Hold on. Let me find it. Red Ravyn. Burn it down. Let's see. And you all can do this too. Burn it down tonight. I want you all to go out and download this. Get it. It's on Spotify. I believe it's on Spotify, right, G?
Yeah. We got it on Spotify as well.
Oh, there it is. Mark Boals, Red Ravyn, Burn It Down. Written by Mark Boals and Guilherme Costa. Very nice. Oh, I don't want to play it yet. Hold on. I don't want to play it yet. I'm going to make you guys wait. Here we go. Who did the graphics on this, Chi? Who did the video? Who did the video?
It was Gabi Vessoni. She's from Brazil, and she works a lot with lyric videos for the bands.
Okay.
Gabi Vessoni.
Ah, okay. I'm going to share this in high fidelity stereo, and I'm going to crank it up. Is that okay?
Let's do it.
That's always okay.
Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Come on, Gene, play it. Holy crap. Holy smokes, man. Holy smokes, guys. Hold on, let me pause this. That song kicks some ass. Justin, were you playing in that video right there? Was that you?
No, no, it's not. It's actually Ed. The video,
okay.
yes, in the back,
okay.
in the background, it's me.
Okay. You are playing on there. Okay, great.
Yes, right.
I knew it was you. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't have released it. Man, what a great song, G. Nice writing there, by the way. Give me a little heads up as to, when you guys wrote. Okay, right here, I'm reading the credits. Mark Boals, lead singer; Guilherme, lead guitar; Rantanen, drum; God; Justin Cooke on bass. Special thanks to Ed Witzke on bass. Now, did they give him a special thanks because he's in the video, Justin? Is that what happened?
No, I'm in the video. He's on the recording.
Okay.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
the bass. Yeah. So I unfortunately I can I will not take credit for the bass.
That's okay.
Line,
you're brand new. You're getting up to speed, man. You're going to be on all the recordings real soon. So don't feel bad.
The next one is going to be me. Yeah.
That's going to be okay.
Not to worry. Yeah. The next
now,
one.
I was not aware that Ed was still in the band when you guys did Burn It Down. I thought Justin was in the band when you wrote that. You must have written that a lot longer than I thought. G, is that correct?
Sorry, repeat the question, please.
When did you write Burn It Down Tonight? And was Ed still in the band?
Yeah, that's it. Ed was still in the band.
And by the way, a great playing on that Ed Witzke. If you're listening to the show, me and Ed used to banter back and forth. I loved Ed. He was a lot of fun. And we called him Thunderfingers bass, Thunderfinger Ed. And he was a lot of fun, man. But whatever happened, I'm sure I hope you guys left on good terms. And Ed's still playing bass guitar out there, playing with somebody. And welcome to the band, Justin. I'm sure they're happy to have you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
we are.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my screens in order here because I wanted to do something real quick. Hold on a second. I'm always playing around, guys. So G, tell me a little bit more about where you're. What's going on?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, a friend of mine's trying to figure out how to call in, and I'm sending him the number. I sent it to him, and he's like,
let's get to the call-ins. Let's do that. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. Sometimes I get carried away in conversation and I forget about the call-ins. So everybody out there watching the show, call in, and the number is 669-444-9171, and that's in the United States. There are other numbers in Brazil if you're calling from Brazil. I don't have them listed because it got kind of crazy on the screen. I had too many damn numbers. But if you're calling in the United States or calling to the show, it's country code 1-669-444-9171. There we go. USA. Give a call into the show and talk to G and talk to Justin. They are waiting for your call right now. And I don't care if you're calling in to give them a hard time or not. Just give us a call. Because Justin said he has some crazy friends that might call in.
We might get some weird ones. Not gonna lie.
Hey, G, what time is it in Brazil? By the way.
Well, right now we have 10:48.
It's 10:48. So is it past your bedtime, or is it past your bedtime?
No, actually, my bedtime it's on the dawn, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I don't sleep early.
You're still young. You're still young. I go to bed now like at 10, 11. I used to go to bed at 2 in the morning, and because I'd be playing on, and I guess I'm getting old. I don't know what it is. But, G, you live a very busy, now you get up early in the morning to start working right away. You're teaching guitar. Or how does your day go? Tell me how your day goes.
Well, it depends on the day, actually, because on Monday, I start to teach around 11 a.m.
On Monday, 11 a.m.?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I teach a person from New Jersey. Her name is Jessica. And then when we have here 1 p.m. I start teaching lessons in the school that I teach. It's called Avant-Garde Music School here in Belo Horizonte, my town.
Okay, right.
And I go, I just have 1 hour off. Yeah, it's kind of 3 p.m. I stop for a while. I have some lunch, and then when we got 4 p.m., so I keep teaching until 9 p.m. and then I come back home, and then I do some stuff, do it. I make my dinner, and then I play some guitar, I play some video games, and then next day.
What about your personal life? You have a girlfriend, right? Or did you get married? Or?
Yeah, I'm married.
Oh my God! Now, when I saw you, you weren't married when I saw you last, were you?
Yeah, I was engaged when we first talked.
You lucky dog. You're a lucky dog.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember correctly, she's also a musician.
No. She's not a musician. She's a designer, and she worked with watercolor arts.
Nice,
and
nice.
We have lots of watercolor here.
Nice.
I can show you some, and
beautiful.
She this tattoo here of the guitar with the skull, she drawed it for me, and then I went to the tattoo art, and then the tattooer made it for me.
You know, that's awesome.
That's some nice detail on that. Can we see that again? That dragon tattoo right there on your arm?
Yeah, right here.
Dude, that's badass.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the fucking the outline on it and everything, the coloring and the shading.
That is bad.
I wanted to see that again. That's some good ink.
Back to the bone. Literally back to the bone. Look at the
pentatonic riff.
Hey, I want to congratulate you on your marriage, by the way. And I never really got to celebrate, G. You know, I never really got to celebrate with you on your marriage. Is it okay if I do it now?
Of course. Let's do it.
All right.
Don't get carried away, guys. Celebration. I caught you singing. I caught you singing on that. I caught you singing on that.
Wonderful.
You guys are funny.
Congratulations, G.
I'm glad I got both of you tonight, because I think you're the most exciting bunch of Red Ravyn, you two. And I'm glad I got you two tonight. When Holly told me Mirka may not make it, and Mark Boals on a world tour, he's out in Europe somewhere. I think Mirka's on tour too, correct?
Yeah, he's in Spain.
He's in Spain. And Mirka Rantanen, the drummer's from Finland, by the way, for the audience. And I was hoping they could show up tonight, but you know, they're busy. They're worldwide, international musicians, and they're playing all over the world. And every time I call Holly, the manager, she says, Mirka's on tour, Mark's in Europe, and Mirka's in Spain, and G's doing some crazy shit out in Brazil, and who knows where Justin is, you know. Justin's out playing some reggae concerts.
Now,
reggae. Now you just got off a big gig, Justin. You just told me about it. Tell me a little bit about that gig you just got off, the reggae gig. Where was that? Tell me about it.
So that was out here in Reno. So we just recently got ourselves a new guitar player, and this was a big gig for us because not only was this by poolside, and it would just fit the sort of ska, surf rock, reggae thing that we're doing,
right?
But this was like walk-in type of traffic, right? This is like people are going to be there regardless, like know what I mean. There's going to be a full thing, and sure enough, it was, right. Plus, it paid real well, so we were all kind of like, we need to make this gig, right?
Well, and so like, you play in other bands along with Red Ravyn, so the audience knows Red Ravyn's not your only band.
That's right. Okay.
You guys work in other bands as well, and so does G. By the way, he's plays Slash in Guns N' Roses. G plays Slash, and I've seen him. He really nails it to the wall. He really looks like Slash. He's got the top hat on, man. He rips on the leads, man. So you guys all do a lot of stuff The Red Ravyn is just one of the things that you all do. And I hate to break the bubble out there, but people think, oh, Red Ravyn, man, they're, but you guys do other stuff, and you're an international rock band. And I understand that. And I think the world understands that. But you guys are putting together some amazing music on this new album. Now, when the new album gets finished, are you going to go on tour together? G, that question's for you.
Yeah, surely we're gonna go on tour, of course. Yeah, and we want to tour anywhere. So US, whole North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, every place that want us to play, let's do it.
Okay, and is that in the works now before the album's finished? Is somebody working on that tour now?
Well, not really, because we're really focused on the release of all the songs, and also so to get the gigs, we need all the songs finished, so we can.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you usually follow the album sales too. That's kind of how tours work. The album gets, let's say it's popular in, like you said, Africa or something like that. Then you would put that on your list of places to play. Right. And that's usually how tours go. And I think they still do it the same way now today. So the tour follows the album sales, just for the people that aren't sure how a tour is put together. It's usually put together so people will actually come see you play. Because if you're not selling albums, nobody's going to come see you play. And you definitely don't want to play to an empty house. So anyway, I really wish you guys luck on that tour, man. And I hope that you come back with the whole band. I want to talk to Mirka. I'm talking to Mark Boals in 2 weeks. I got him scheduled for the 27th for all you out there. I'll be talking to the one and only Mark Boals, and the former lead singer of Yngwie Malmsteen, Ted Nugent, and Dokken. So Mark Boals has done a lot of stuff. He's been on over 60 albums, and he's played worldwide. And Mark Boals is a legendary, probably the hardest working lead vocalist I've ever met. And he is a very busy guy. And you guys are lucky to have him, right, G? You guys are lucky to have him.
Oh, yeah. Totally lucky.
Yes.
And now a lot of people don't know how Justin met Red Ravyn. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I introduced Justin to Red Ravyn. So
You're the best, Dean. Yeah.
Holly calls me and says, Dean, we're looking for a bass player. And I brought her, I don't know, a handful, right? And Justin showed up on Facebook. I think it was Messenger. And I looked at him, I go, him and G are going to look great on stage together, because you have the dreadlocks. He was young like G, and I said, and I go, can you play? And he goes, yeah, I could play. I go, well,
I just wanted to see what you would say if I.
and I go, do you have your passport? He goes, yeah. Are you ready to travel internationally? He goes, yeah. I go, because get ready, because Red Ravyn's taking off. They're taking off. And he goes, wow. And Holly calls me back and goes, we picked Justin as our bass player. So I was very instrumental in bringing you to Red Ravyn.
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad that it worked out for you. And give yourself a big hand. You did a lot of good stuff from that.
Thank you.
And I hope that you stay. I hope that you stay with Red Ravyn, because I don't want to see you on. Bad boys. I don't want to see you on that show. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you behind bars. I don't want to see you doing crack down the street. You're in Vegas. I don't want to see you all drugged up like, Axl and some of those guys.
Well, shit. Well, shit.
Because you're gonna make me look bad if this doesn't work out. Okay, because I don't think G can take another loss of a band member. You guys have lost drummers. You've lost bass players. There's been all kinds of crazy shit going on with Red Ravyn. We have to keep it together, G. Right?
Totally. Actually, I think sometimes people like to get out of the bands because I tell stupid jokes every time. Yeah, I'm gonna or let me just go away. Yeah.
You think they're leaving because of you, G?
Well, maybe, I don't know. I tell
Bad
stupid jokes all
jokes.
the time, but yeah, I cannot take you anymore. Just leave me alone. Come on.
That's hilarious. It's really tough. It's got to be tough. You guys are doing remote recordings, and I got a call, I think, one night, and I listened to the recording. I go, "There's nothing wrong with this recording." I think it was a bass line by Justin. I go, "He plays a mean bass guitar. He plays great bass guitar." And I go, "Man," I go, "if anybody has a problem with this bass line, there's something wrong." Because I go, "This guy's all over the place, man, and I'm sure he can do whatever you ask him to do." If you want to thump on A, and you go bump, 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 or you want boom, boom, bump, 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 all over the place, right? Riffing like when you're doing blues or progressive metal, like Justin is a progressive metal bass player. And reggae and ska, you're not just sitting there just pounding on the bass. You're doing some riffs. Anyway, and I listened to the bass line. Holly actually sent me the bass line, and I listened to it. Wow, he's all over the place. And now, is that something, G, that you want as a bass player? You want him to be all over the place? You want to be in melodic with you, or do you want him just thumping and laying down the lines? What would you like in a bass player?
Well, so most of the times, especially in hard rock, I prefer the lines that goes with the drums most of the times. For
Right.
example, there is a toot pat in bass. Bum, 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 bum. I like
You like the thumping, just holding down the beat.
Yeah, and also sometimes I like, of course, and Justin is doing this sometimes, like suppose in some parts like dum, 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 something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
a little
Some
melodic
tiny
in
part.
between, like kind of like you guys feed off each other, because you don't have a second guitar player, so the bass player kind of has to feed off the guitar player. You guys are filling in all the gaps. One of my favorite songs by you, and you remember the reason why. Remember my favorite song? Are you ready?
I don't know. She makes it hard.
Oh, nice.
She makes it hard. I just like the title.
Oh, me and you both. Me and you both.
Now, are you playing on this song already, Justin? Have you learned She Makes It Hard?
I have a bass track ready for this one. Yes. What you're hearing now is still Ed, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
I understand that. Yeah.
But yes, I do have a bass line. It's recorded. It's still in the putting the whole thing together is still kind of in the works.
Okay, so you're still working through the album. You're up to 7 songs. How many songs, G? Are you going to put out one at a time, or are you going to put out the entire album? How's that going to go down?
Well, our plan is to release a single by single, and when we got all the songs released, we're gonna put everything in the entire album. So we're gonna release it as I forgot the name. It's a full-length album. Yeah.
Okay, so and that's what Mark said. I think the last time I talked to you guys, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Mark. He's going to release one at a time. Singles, and that's kind of what everyone's doing. It's kind of like a la carte nowadays. People, and I kind of like that. They like one song, they don't have to buy the entire album. They can just pay the 99 cents or whatever it is and download their favorite song. But I'm going to let you guys go here. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for what you guys are doing, and I'm glad that I got to sit down and talk to both of you guys. And the next time, I hope it's the entire band, because I really want to get you guys all together. But after you're done wrapping up the songs, getting the album together, and preparing for your tour, and Justin, I hope you stick around, because they don't need another loss. It just sets you back so far. Every time that happens, it's a setback, and it's not fun.
I have every intention of seeing this project through, and I'm definitely very excited to be a part of it. So,
And have you got? Now, I talked to Mark Skoda from Iron Gate Records. I've been talking to Mark Skoda, and he's such a nice guy. And Holly put me in touch with him, and we're talking about some things, some promotional things, and I might be involved with that. I'm not sure yet. But he talked very highly of Red Ravyn, and promoting you guys, and he can't wait for you guys to finish the album and get on tour. So I'm kind of hoping that that happens. And Iron Gate Records is a great record company, and I'm sure you guys are happy with Iron Gate so far. Is that right, G?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna get ready to head on out of here. Hang on, give me 1 second. I got a video I want to play, and I want to thank you guys again, for doing the show tonight, and everyone give them a big round of applause. By the way, And Justin, I want to thank you for doing the show. And G, you look really great, man. And don't be a stranger. Give me a call, and maybe we'll do some songwriting maybe in the future, huh? Would that be fun?